Hello, everyone. So I have a pretty big book haul for you today. These are the books I acquired in the month of August. And again, it's a lot, and I always end up adding a lot of books every month, but I also try to get rid of as many as I can so that my bookshelves don't overfill. And also, I've been making it a priority to buy the books that are on the New York Times list, on the reader's response to the New York Times list. And also, I'm looking for other YouTubers that I trust that are recommending books. So I'm also trying to add books that have been recommended by people I trust to my wish list. And that's how I ended up with so many books this month. Also, my son just started middle school, and his middle school is right across the street from a used library bookstore. And the store is absolutely massive. So I've been dropping by the store a couple times a week. Um, so anyway, so the books are just kind of accumulating because of that. So the first book I added was Hope in the Dark. Untold Histories, Wild Possibilities. I did start this one, but I haven't gotten very far. I got Cutting for Stone. This book is showing up on multiple lists. And The Last Samurai, I really wanted to make a priority of getting this book on my bookshelf. I've just heard amazing things about this book, so I'm super excited to add this one. The Fifth Season, that's another one that seems to be highly recommended by a lot of people. This is a winner of the Hugo Awards, so I think it's sci-fi fantasy. I think I found it in the fantasy section of Barnes and Nobles, and I had a gift card, so I grabbed it from there. I got Pulphead Essays. Don't know anything about that, and these books I think are all new. So is this one, Manual for Cleaning Women. Keeps coming up on lists. Citizen, an American Lyric. I think this is poetry. Oh, this is an interesting looking book. Okay, so we'll see. This book, the title was just amazing. Drive Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead. And this is by the winner of the Pulitzer Prize in Literature. I'm sorry, the Nobel Prize in Literature. So excited to get my hands on that one. I got Evicted, which I have read before, and I really enjoyed this book a lot. I got it from the library last time I read it. And so, and I actually did read his other book. What was it about? Poverty. And I did not like it as much. It was a little too theoretical and less practical. And I also feel like it was more biased. This book was more, it had multiple viewpoints of both the people who were making money off the poor and the poor as well, and kind of showing their perspectives in a very balanced way. So I really enjoyed this book. I like the way it was written. And I really like... It just felt like a real political analysis to me as opposed to just a manifesto, which his other book on poverty was. I also got A Thousand Splendid Suns, and I also picked up another copy of The Kite Runner. I decluttered my version after I read it. The more I think about it, the more I don't know if I'm going to reread The Kite Runner. I think that was like a one-time experience for me, but I heard A Thousand Splendid Suns is actually better than The Kite Runner, so I'll see. I'm excited to read this one. I also picked up another copy of Educated. I read this book years ago, I think in 2017, and it kind of... I became obsessed with it when I was reading it. I think I ended up trying to find all of her family members on Facebook just to like confirm what she was saying about them. I needed to know who these people were and what they were up to. And I went a little crazy because this book is very good, and it's very obsessive. Like the stories she tells are just unbelievable. So since it did come up on several lists, I did want to get another copy, and I ran into it for like $1. So why not? Be a fun reread for me many years later. Here are some books that were not on lists. I got a copy of this play, Proof, and I did already read this. I had to perform a scene from this play in my theater class, so it was nice that I ran into a cheap 50-cent copy at a thrift store. The Luminaries, this one won the Man Booker Prize, so it was on my radar to pick up as a Booker Prize winner. Same thing with Trees. I did read James this month, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was an incredible book. So I want to get all his other books by Percival Everett. He's an amazing writer. So Trees was, I think, on sale on Amazon, so I grabbed it. My Dark Vanessa, this came up on somebody's list, so it was very cheap, so I just grabbed it at a thrift store. And then Saga, this is a series I want to get into. It came up as one of the best graphic novels in some graphic novel award. So I wanted to start reading this. I got volume 1 from Amazon. And I also got a copy of the Netanyahu's, which is a Pulitzer Prize winner from a few years ago. So that'll go on my Pulitzer Prize shelf. I got Saga 8. This one I got at a thrift store. So I got to wait for this one. So that's 8. But I wanted to grab it since I do want to read the series. I got a copy of Annihilation, which I did read in the past. I read this one years ago, and I liked it, but I wasn't 100% following it, so I wanted to get another copy. And this was such a pretty copy. It looks brand new. And I did want to reread it again because it was one of those books that I think I'll get more out of the second time around. So that was exciting. And a Terry Pratchett. I'm always excited to add a Terry Pratchett book to my collection. I don't have too many, and I do read them pretty quickly after getting them. So this is the We Free Men, Story of Discworld. This might actually be a young adult book. But anyway, I still wanted to read it. And I got, this is book 3 of the Expanse series. I have not started this series, but I've heard amazing things. And I don't have book 2, so this will go right next to book 1, which I haven't started reading yet. And then was really excited to find this. This is Prodigy. I've read the first one in the series, and I haven't started the third one yet, Champion. And so Prodigy is my next one to read, so I'm going to start this one fairly quickly because I did really like this series. And another book by William Gibson. Actually have not read anything by this author, but I do have his other book, which is Neuromancer. Yeah, Neuromancer. And so this one was in good shape and I grabbed it. Got The Haunting of Hill House. This is one I really, really wanted, and it was exciting to get this one. And this is Amulet Book 8. Again, it's going to take me a while to get to this one. An Amulet is I want to say like an elementary school series, graphic novel, but they're really, really good. And I read book 1 so far, and I just got book 2, so I need to read book 2 and just continue on until I get to 8. And I do want my daughter to read these as well, because they are just really cute. And then I got the sequel, which is an advanced reading copy from the publisher. I did read the other book, which was The Plot, and I liked it, but I ended up decluttering it just because it was one of those thrillers where once you know the twist, it didn't really make sense to read it again. I don't know. It was very good. I am a big fan of this author. I have another book by her, Admissions, which I loved so much. I was obsessed with that one. So maybe I'll go back and read The Plot again at some point, but I am excited to read the sequel because this was a pretty exciting book. The Plot was an exciting book. I also picked John Bainesville's The Sea out of my donation bin. And the only reason I did that is because I really want to make it a priority to read all the Man Booker Prize winning books. And I only got through half of this before I DNF'd it. And I just want to push myself a little harder to finish it. Because I do want to kind of transition from just reading fun books to, finishing up all the Pulitzer Prize winners and finishing up all the Booker Prize winners that I have. And I just wanted to give this one another shot because it won the prize for a reason. And maybe I gave up too early. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I can finish it another time. I also got Down with the System, and this is a memoir by the lead singer of System of a Down, which is one of my favorite bands and is becoming my son's favorite band. And he really, really wanted me to buy this book. I really wanted this book as well. I heard this book is amazing, so I can't wait to get started on this one. This is one of my family's favorite bands, so I'm just really excited about this book. And then, I'm not sure why I picked this up. It looks like a textbook. Russia and the New World Disorder. I think this is like a college textbook that I picked up. I don't know if this is... It's basically just a complicated political science analysis, so that's not going to be fun to read, but I am very interested in what's going on in Russia, and I want to read everything there is about it. Feynman's Lost Lecture. I didn't even know this book existed. I thought I had everything by Feynman or about Feynman in my collection. So when I found this, I was really excited. This looks like it's just his lecture on the motions of planets, which is really cool. I'm just I'm a huge Feynman enthusiast. So this was a really good addition to my collection. And then this book I got for free because it was like a buy one, get one free, and I had to grab something. So I grabbed this one, and this is History of 1945, Year Zero. I have not been reading too many history books. I guess I've been reading a few, but this one seemed interesting to me. And then this book's been on my radar for about a year now, and I have gone sober for the last, well, since April of this year, and I am really enjoying it. And then I ran into this book at a thrift store, so I grabbed it, maybe just to continue convincing myself that being sober is a better way than not being sober. So yeah, just got excited when I saw that one. And then finally, I got Beyond Belief, My Secret Life Inside Scientology and My Harrowing Escape. I love books about Scientology, and this one's by Jenna Miscavige. So she's actually a family member of the people who are running Scientology right now. So this was a fun find. I don't know if this is going to be a good book. I read a few books about Scientology, which includes Beyond. What was the one that was? I know one of the books got on the list, got on one of the main lists, but yeah. So I read another couple books about Scientology last year, and I really, really enjoyed them. So I just wanted to continue. It is a fascinating organization, absolutely fascinating. Anyway, so yeah, that's my book haul, and I think I have about 33 books here that need to go back on my shelves, and I'm going to do a bookshelf tour pretty soon, because I've changed my bookshelves around a lot in the last couple weeks, just because they got overwhelming, and I kind of wanted to do something different. And I always like to change it up a bit and do things differently just to keep things interesting. So thank you for watching.